Mr. Henderson's classroom was notorious for its strict no-food policy. Students weren't even allowed to have water bottles visible on their desks. There was this new student, let's call him Alex, who was diabetic and needed regular snacks to maintain blood sugar. His doctor had filled out all the necessary forms, but Henderson seemed determined to find a way around them. The irony of it all was Henderson himself had diabetes, but he'd managed to control his with medication rather than diet, so naturally, he figured Alex could do the same. The first week was manageable. Alex would slip out to the nurse's office when needed. But by the second week, Henderson had posted new signs: no food or drink in classroom, medical excuses not valid during class time. When Alex approached him after class about his condition, Henderson waved the doctor's note away. "Rules are rules," he said, adjusting his tie. "If you need food, you can go to the nurse's office. But not during my lessons." This meant missing crucial minutes of instruction every time Alex's blood sugar dipped. The nurse's office, naturally, was at the opposite end of the building. That's when Alex decided to get creative. If Henderson was going to be literal about the rules, he could be literal too. The next day, Alex brought a chemistry set to class. "It's not food, Mr. Henderson," he explained when Henderson eyed it suspiciously. "It's for my science project." Alex spent the lesson carefully mixing ingredients that, when combined, would create a glucose solution, a perfect snack for a diabetic. Henderson couldn't object without admitting he was preventing Alex from managing his condition. The following days brought even more elaborate non-food items: a sophisticated hydroponic garden growing strawberries, just for observation of course, a small distillation apparatus creating sugar water, and even a thermos containing a carefully measured glucose solution labeled. Within a week, the classroom was transformed into a makeshift laboratory. The principal walked in one day to find half the class engaged in what appeared to be a chemistry experiment while Henderson stood helplessly by. "What's going on here?" the principal asked. Henderson tried to explain, but it was difficult when there were beakers bubbling on every desk and students were carefully measuring what suspiciously looked like sugar water. The next day, the school board revised the food policy to specifically allow medical necessities in classrooms. Henderson was reassigned to cafeteria duty, where he could enforce his cleanliness obsession without interfering with students' health needs. Alex still keeps that chemistry set on his desk, now as a reminder that when someone insists on rigid rules, there's always room for technically